It's been 24 hours since Valve introduced this brand new update, which has pretty much crashed the market from 75% to 50% on like knives, gloves, and just skins in general. So we have a lot to talk about. And as you can see here, for all the people asking, these knives are tradable. Tradable, marketable after the 31st. And this one, tradable. I just sold one recently, right now, if I show you right now. We crafted it with the reds already in my inventory on stream last night. And here, I sold it this morning to just do a buy order. 128, £6 of the Steam tax here. Steam tax is miserable. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about. Should you sell? What's going to happen in the next 7 days? What's going to happen in the next month? What's going to happen in the next year? Now, there's a lot to cover. The trade-up system is completely different. Look at this. This is trade-up Spy, and typically, Sparkles trade-up, all factory new fillers right here, and you would put a factory new St. Mark skin, right? All factory new. This should give you a factory new Wild Lotus. Well worn. Do not do trade-ups right now, chat. Okay? Trade-ups, as you can see, average float 0.03. Trade-ups are cooked. We're also going to talk about cases, okay? All the cases currently in the thing, whether they're going to go up, down, in the long run, what is going to happen? What's going to happen to collection skins, stickers, and high tiers especially. Now, if you do need to sell, we might as well say it. We are sponsored by CS Money. Easily trade your skins with over 1 million skins on the trading section. I'm not joking, 1 million. Even lower prices than before. You can upgrade your combo or find trade up inputs to do stuff like this. One bomb! Yes! 100! With many payment methods like crypto or PayPal, and they even have an instant sell section, which allows you to instantly sell your skins for cash, and they're paying even more than before. And now with the big new trading update that's very scary, instantly sell these skins and use the balance instantly to buy different skins, so you don't have to wait 8 days to get a new skin. Check out CS Money with the link in the description, and let's get back to the video. Now, what's going to happen to your traditional cases? You've got your dreams and nightmares, everything on the market, fracture, anything high tiers, low tiers. What I said on stream, and also Rambo put it very, very nicely, okay? The obvious impact of this is the prices of coverts will go up, and the prices of knives and gloves will go down. However, all the other case weapons will follow the coverts, right? If the coverts get too high, you'll just get the pinks to trade up to the coverts, and the purples to the thingies. Basically, a lot of people are going to now trade up all the way from the bottom tier. Very, very easy to see. If I just go to a random field-tested, what was a 3 cent skin, as you can see, the last API was 5 cent for this Dreams Nightmares. You can see 13p, which is about 15 cent. People are doing the exact same idea. People are basically starting all the way at the bottom barrel, crafting up. And in return, what does that mean? In the long run, we might see cases have a much more profitable, I'm not saying over 100%, but more profitable redeem, which basically means cases might in the long run not, shoot all the way down. This is an initial jerk reaction, okay? In the first 24 hours, people are panic selling, people are leaving the market. A lot of confidence has left the market. I personally see cases idolizing. I'm not saying they're the next great investment, any case, but especially the old cases, perhaps. Especially the cases, if you go into my Discord right now, in my Discord, in the announcements, I've posted this image. And this image is every single case which goes to every single knife. And as you can see, if you want OG knives, there's a bunch of cases, coverts, and skins that you can use in trade-ups to get the OG knives. What's tricky is when it comes to these things, the only case which has the butterfly fade is the breakout case. That's 2 covert skins. So do you see what I'm trying to say? Some cases, some coverts you might see skyrocket just because it's the only item you can use if you want to trade to a certain item. You got Spectrum 1, Spectrum 2 for the Butterfly Ruby. You got OG Chroma cases from 1 to 3 if you want the Karambit Ruby. Gamma 1, Gamma 2 for the Karambit Emerald. Riptide or Dreams and Nightmares for the Butterfly Emerald. You get the point. This is in the Discord announcements if you want to save the image. That's my overall take on cases, and it gets me to a bigger question. What is Valve's end goal? What do we think? And I think it is this. Valve, in my opinion, they are trying to make sure legally they are safe, and I believe they want to make it so if you play the game for free and get your XP level up, we will always get terminals now. I'm not joking. I think we're just going to see a different collection. Sealed something terminal. Sealed something terminal. And golds are going to be very, very cheap. I'm not saying like $10, but like cheap. There's going to be a certain barrel. And we're just going to get a fuck ton of terminals. And why the terminals? Because A, it's not gambling, which means it bypasses all the laws. And perhaps, Is it the end of traditional cases, or will traditional cases be backed behind this paywall, this Armory Pass paywall, which we can only use here? Who knows? Now back to this tweet because I think he words it really, really well, okay? Why did Valve do this to us, the consumer? And anyone who doesn't have a knife or anyone who's getting into the game is going to see this as a big, big win. But a lot of people are going to say, why did you buy us? I did nothing wrong. And it's going to hurt, but I think in the long run, this is actually good, and I'll explain why, okay? Why did Valve do this? Well, I can only speculate on the topic. To me, the only logical explanation is that they wanted more items on the Steam market. As there's a limit of 2,000 USD on the legal threshold in the US, which they cannot increase, bringing down skin prices means more skin prices at 2,000, the Steam market gets used, they have a 50% sale fee, they get more money, okay? 101 Valve, they're greedy. This is in line with the recent updates as the trade protection, which isn't affected on Steam community items. Again, every update they do seems to cater the Steam market. If you want to use the Steam market, good. You can buy instantly, you can trade up instantly, you can apply the sticker instantly, you can apply the name tag instantly. You can scrape the stickers. If you buy on any third-party thingy or trade, no, boo. They are all, every decision seems to be focused for a benefit of the Steam community market. And the Genesis terminal, which focuses much more on buying skins directly with Steam Wallet funds, it's pretty much the Steam market, the Genesis terminal. You just buy it in a fancy little laptop. And yeah, he says, in my opinion, the benefits for Valve will be greater control over the ecosystem, the ability to collect more fees, and a wider variety of skins to choose. He goes on to say, are skins dead? Is trading over? No. Do not panic, don't worry. The longevity of CS is gonna be okay, and I'll talk about that because it's really, really important. He says, while today has been significant financial losses across all big traders in the market, me included. I think I lost maybe like 2.5k, not that bad in my opinion. We were streaming last night, chat, people were saying they've lost $50,000, 250 USD. That's insane. I view it as some kind of cleansing. Ever since the introduction of the trade lock 7 years ago, we have been more or less in an up-only economy, which has only had peaks in multiple rounds of price manipulation this year, most notably showcased in the recent surge with the cheaper gloves and the play skins. Pretty much what we talked about, the market manipulation, the EG sticker going from $1 to 500. People forgot risk exists. These are virtual skins. We've never had a crash for the last, what, 3-4 years, like a significant one, made huge deals on tiny margins, speculated more and more, and they just thought it could keep going up. Today's prices reflect a much healthier skin market, where actual players can afford most items, and do not have to spend multiple monthly salaries on a slightly more vibrant knife. Guys, little Timmy down in Michigan could not afford a $10,000 Butterfly Phase 2. There's going to be a lot of people saying, yeah, but you could still get a Navaja knife. You could get a Navaja knife for $90. Who wants to play with a Navaja knife? This makes a lot more sense. Although chaos, panic, and uncertainty will dominate the coming weeks, this could be another 2018 moment, which could be followed by years of organic growth resulting in a more healthy and stable market. Something we've not experienced in years. And chat, boys, viewers, this is amazing. And it's sad that we were bitten, it's sad the consumer was bitten, and I'm sure a lot of people have lost trust. I'm going to draw it for you guys because a lot of people have just joined in CS2. A couple of years ago. I've been here since 2015, and we've always had this, okay? If I just give you a little time graph right now, okay? This has been the market, okay? Market started, and it started looking good. In 2014, we had gambling, the gambling, bans. Boom. Oh my god, the market's gonna crash. Boom. We had the OP skins crash. Boom. We had the duplication crash. Boom. Oh my god, the market's gonna die. We had the CSGO lounge lawsuit where Valve sent out lawsuits to all the gambling sites, T-Malt and Syndicate. Market's gonna crash. There have been so many market crashes where people have said the game's dead, the market's gonna die. Okay, 2017, 2018, China joined the market. We had the gambling when the gambling sites stormed the stage. There are so many events. The 7-day trade hold, the Steam pending balance, where people have said the market's gonna crash, the market's seen a dip, and we've just kept going up. Okay, this is organic growth purely because people enjoy the game. I mean, maybe not CS2, but people enjoyed the CSGO and enjoyed the skins. In the last 3 years, this is what we've seen. But since 2023 and 2025, okay, we've had 3 crazy spikes. We've had the initial CS2 is coming out. Oni Pixel waiting room. Oh my god, there's a data leak. Is it going to come out? I need to invest. CS2 is going to come out. CS2 then comes out and Dopplers shoot through the roof. Oh my god, my Doppler looks amazing. This is the CS2 release. And this is the hype. This is the bait. You know, the bait hype. And then the last year we've had China just pump our items. For the last 2 to 3 years, we are just had green, 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 green. This is not sustainable. It can never just keep going up. You feel me? So what we've seen right now, again, is it terrible? Yes. We've seen up to a 75% drop. Is this an initial panic? Sure. Will it might recover a little bit? We'll get into that more. But this is very, very good because it's setting the prices back to the price of where it holds its value. Not because a group of people can say, let's pump this item and we're going to pump it. Does that make sense? Now, let me really start with trade ups, okay? Why is this bad? Not only will factoring you trade ups not be factoring you, but low floats you can just easily beat. Think Sparkles, okay? If Sparkles wanted to do this for the number one Deagle Blaze, you would need quad 0-1 fillers, okay? You would need a factoring you Sword of Copper at 000 float. These don't exist anymore, I just want to clarify. So this Deagle Blaze at quad 0-2 was unbeatable. Now, because of how it works, you can literally use this skin. Minimal wear, 0.12 float caps. Boom, boom, boom. And it will still be quad 0-2. Even though, look at the average float above me. Here, 0.1. Compare it to the other average float here. Quad 0.5. This is the traditional way to do it. And now, and the reason why, let me explain it really, really quickly. It basically works by the float cap as this float cap, look at it. Minimal wear 0.12 to 3A. Now, when it comes to trade ups, this site is amazing. Trade Up Spy, they have already introduced the COVID thing, and you can start putting the custom prices in. Let's just say you buy these, right? You buy them at $30 a pop, all field tested. You can see what you get. And as you can see, to answer all the question, the Doppler, the Gamma Dopplers will always be factoring you. I can put a Battle Scarred item in here, and it will always be factoring you. There you go. Now, as you can see, Butterfly Gamma Doppler factoring you, but the Autotronic is field tested. The lore is well worn, and basically, do not take these prices for heart. They're all the old API. What I would do manually is check the Steam price, check the listed price, and then readjust the price. Okay, this is only selling for 1.5k, and this is on the market for $250. And then you can still work out, should I do this knife trade up? I think that's a very smart thing to do. Sure, it takes, what, 2 minutes to readjust all these prices, but then you can actually see, okay, what are the chances I actually make profit? Now be careful, prices are still falling, and we'll get to that. If you want factory gloves, this is how you need to do it. You need below 0.65 00 floats, and this will give you factory new gloves. So, what I also think is going to happen is 00 glove skins are going to shoot through the roof, and more importantly, do not make the mistake a lot of people are making on the market. You can't get stat track glove skins. You can't get stat track clutch skins. So a lot of people are making this. If I go to the Steam market right now, okay, I'm on the Steam market. If I sort by covert and then cheapest listed, a lot of people, for example, this Temucal, this comes out of the Revolution case. You cannot get stat track things. And as you can see, it went from 17 quid, and look at how many people bought it thinking it was going to work. If I go back again, clutch, Revolution again. This is recoil case. Recoil, people are going to buy this. Be very, very careful. A lot of people are buying stuff thinking you can trade up. Look, 50, 50, 60, 60, 60, 70, 80, maybe 1,000 sold. Not only that, people are now buying skins, which, by the way, I am selling because these are trade up misses, are just in the storage unit. Look at this. These are pinks you cannot trade up. And again, these people in the community are literally, like, they don't understand it. A lot of people don't actually understand the actual just basic 101, what skins can go up and what skins can't be traded. Went from 50p to 4 quid. And you can't even trade this. And chat, people are still buying. This isn't, look, sold, sold, sold. Somebody's out here buying this. This is insane. Now, shout out Kong on Twitter because he made this, but he's made a spreadsheet of all the Doppler gems that have been traded up to. And he's done it through CS Flow. And as you can see, just in 24 hours, 532 gems. Not Dopplers, not phase 1s, phase 2s, phase 3s, phase 4s. The 10x rarer. To hit a ruby, to hit a sapphire, to hit a black pearl, or an emerald, it is 10x rarer. There have been 500 added to the supply. As you can see here, 18 new Nomad rubies, 13 new butterfly rubies. Ruffle explained it amazingly. He said, imagine you've had the diamond market, which in order to get the diamond, you purely have to mine in a cave. This is the equivalent of now we are having lab grown diamonds. Suddenly, we can just almost produce them at a much faster rate. And if you want to do your own research, go to CS Float, type Karambit Ruby and newest ID. Newest ID basically means the newest fresh one. And as you can see here, this one is an unboxed one because it says found in crate at the bottom and it has an item history. But look at this one. Crafted 18 hours ago. Crafted. Crafted and then listed onto the Steam market if it's the Steam link. Crafted. 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 Hey, and guys, these were meant to be what? $15,000 USD Karambits 2 days ago. How much are they today? I mean, it's right there. A little bit aware. 6,000 USD listed, buy order 3,000, last sale price 8k, and its cheapest listed 6k. I do want to clarify that Western markets, there's what, 100 of them, maybe not 100, but 50. And the liquidity of the Western market is being listed on all these different sites. So to us, the crash doesn't, I mean, it's bad, but guys, in China, the crash is monumental. Now, if you think the crash is bad on the Western market, as you can see, Karambit Tiger Tooth, previous price, I'm going to do in pounds because my buff is in pounds. £1,300. Now it's 550, cheapest listed, and buy orders 430. In China, 337. They have so much liquidity and supply, that's why it's getting mass listed, but also everyone here is just getting out of the market. Loads of these people are selling, and if I go trade records, 330, 330, 310, 316, 295 supply. These are buy orders. 297. So, if you are saying I'm on CS Float and I'm going to bet against the market, realistically, if you are one of these individuals thinking you are getting a good price, you are doing these buy orders on a completely wrong site. This is where you should be. You should be buying off China, not the Western market. So if anyone thinks that they're going to be buying the dip, please buy. If this is not financial advice, but like if you want to buy the dip, and if you think this is the bottom of the dip, do not buy on the Western sites. Please buy through here because the supply is insane, and these guys just undercut buy order. What's the cheapest buy order right now? 300. Yeah. If I go to the Karambit Ruby and try and find it, give me a sec. Karambit Ruby, Karambit Doppler, and then sort by Ruby on float. Cheapest listed 4.6k pounds. Buy order 2.2. And as you can see, last sale price 6k, 7.6k. On buff in China, 3k. 3.1k. Buy order 2.7. Trade records. The trade records is the last sale, like actual sale. 3.3, 3.3, 3.6, 3.6, 3.1. Exactly. You get the point, chat. China is losing their shit right now, and a lot of them are just leaving the market. They literally are packing their bags and they're saying, you know what? I do not want to take this risk. Now, where do I see this going? Okay. I believe we are going to go back to like 2019 prices. I personally think this is, as much as everybody lost and I lost and people lost and my friends lost, for the market's sake, for the game's sake, this is very, very good. Stay with me now. Stuff like this, the AK point disarray, okay? It can't be worth for 500, 600 USD, 400 quid. You can't get away with this. I said it in the last video, I'll say it again, okay? Little Timmy down on the street in Michigan cannot be throwing newspapers across the street in the morning before school to afford $600 just for an AK skin. This is good. It will reset the market, and what it will do, in my opinion, is it will set it back to traditional markets. And what we're going to see is basically people saying this knife is worth X amount because of its value and because we, the consumers, decide. Not because a group decides, not because pumpers decide, not because crypto bros and investors and people with big money decide. The general CS audience can decide, and that's a really good start. And now, what does that mean? It basically means we're going to have a big reset, and then the game's going to grow organically. That is the big part that's going to be very, very good. All right, a lot of people are asking, and I don't want to say this is not financial advice, this is just my personal take. This is the current prices of knives, right? or the, sorry, 2 days ago, knives were here. Update happened right here, and boom, knives plummeted. This is the initial reaction, up to minus 75%. We saw a little bit of recovery, and the next day, when I'm recording this right now, we're seeing even more people sell off, right? Some people had 1-day trade holds, 2-day trade holds. I personally think we're kind of going to plummet a little bit. And what's going to happen, chat, is in this 7-day period, everyone with a trade hold is going to probably sell. Everyone, you know, they bought their knife and it's 2-day trade hold, they want to leave the market, they're going to leave the market. What's also going to happen is, let's just say we're here right now. In 7 days' time, we're going to get another dump, in my opinion. We're going to get another dump. Why? Because in this 7-day period, everyone who has a COVID in their inventory, past COVIDs, which were what? $3, $3, $3, have traded up to the knives. Everybody who has bought the COVIDs on the market has traded up to a knife. They're all trade locked for 7 days. In 7 days' time, we're going to see the big dump of all these new Karambit Rubies, Butterfly Emeralds, all of these high tiers, low tiers, who literally everyone understands that in 7 days, if you've done a knife trade up, I've done 5 knife trade ups, and guys, I'm the streamer. I'm selling. I'm gonna be doing a buy up, not of my current inventory, but of the knives I've crafted. I will be selling. Okay. Now let's just say it ends up at a certain price point. Then once all the panic sellers have left, once all the crypto people, not the people who actually want to appreciate the game, but the people who purely just want to pump the skins, they have left the market. Then we will be at a certain price, and then things will slowly start to move up and down a month's time, 6 months' time, a year's time, and there'll be a proper correction. For the armory skins, they'll actually be worth how much it is to redeem it through the stars by calculating it. Through the case, is the case worth this much? How much does the consumer want to pay? I personally believe, even looking at these prices, they're still too much. And that's coming from a skin streamer, chat. Okay? 20k for a Butterfly Emerald is ridiculous. And dare I say, 8k is still ridiculous. Now, guys, look, I love skins. I love collecting. I love doing trade-ups. But 8,000 USD for a pixel is still ridiculous. I don't know where the price range is. I don't know where it's going to fall. But what I'm trying to say is, for even though, and as much as people are going to say, fuck Valve, I hate Valve, I am going to say a very harsh take, but I think it's true. There were two options. Valve makes a decision and fucks us, or the pumpers, China, dump on us and we still get fucked. It was a lose-lose situation. At least Valve has made the decision to do this, and in return, they have just fucked a lot of people, including the pumpers, including us. You know, I think it was two options that were going to happen. It was two evils. The average player was still going to lose stuff. Okay, it was either the dumpers actually make profit and liquidate on us, or Valve make the decision and fuck everyone, including the pumpers and us. So I think it's two evils, and we got the lesser evil, if that makes sense. I know it sounds bad, but that's my personal take. But hey guys, I hope every single one of you, whether you lost $1, $10,000, I hope you're all doing okay. Let me know in the comments. I will try and reply to every single question, and I'll be live on Twitch, you know, covering it and blah, blah, blah. So come see me.